To start. All right, new. Gonna need this. Good without ammo. Oh, useful. These will keep. Snow chill, itches. got Gaia. Can't be too prepared. Sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with a climbing path either.
Don't look down. Don't look down. This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. There'll be enough time later for you to ransack this place. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent...
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but... after seeing the damage...
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less...
But... Do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years, and we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
Mind your footing.
Good. Another power cell. If I find more, I should be able to get to that ancient armor I found. It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer. Oh, glad that's over. This was all enclosed by rock and metal. Elizabeth's room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
What is this?
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for. Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So... happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were... beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
You think she was better because she was smart. Because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself. For others. For everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, you and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your... loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
from Eleuthia 1.
Running integrity tests. Dr. Brochard Klein. May I speak outside protocol?
I suppose so. There's no one to stop you.
Doctor, you are fatigued. You have been logging abnormal sleep cycles. Are you suffering from depression?
Well, I am trapped in a science facility for the rest of my life. How about you?
In a time slice of a quadrillion operating cycles, 10,000 are involved with processing the loss of Dr. Sobek. I have considered quarantining these processes. Do you think that would be wise?
I'm not a psychologist, Gaia, or an AI scientist. No. It is natural. At least in the context of the work you and I have accomplished, which begs the meaning of the term natural. She was your creator, the patron saint of this crazy endeavor, Our Lady of the Fervent Hypothetical.
Even assuming a string of significant failure combinations, Zero Dawn's chances of success are greater than the hypothetical.
It's called a manner of speech, Gaia. Take a note.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored. You found the control room.
I'm on my way. When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the alphas were in there.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance?
Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. And what I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
Sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Threatened atmosphere.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope. The master override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it. Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult. an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. It's code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
In my case, the device was heavily damaged. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally... that's when I detected it. A faint signal.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered...
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. It couldn't speak when I found it. Until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location. The surrounding geography. Who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity. Yeah. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus. A thrilling technical challenge. Especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me.
What made you turn on Hades? Certainly.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success.
The things you've done, In the pursuit of knowledge, Silence.
Aloy, this wasn't...
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Avad needs to know that the Eclipse are about to strike. Now listen to me. Avad needs to know that the Eclipse are about to strike. Now listen to me. Snow haze. White as bone. That thought got dark. Now we know what they're guarding. Save these for the trail. It's guarded all right. But I can get through this. Easier when I was a kid. Almost there now. Low and quiet does it.
Find help.
Easy now. What's your name?
Haggard. Find help for Pitchcliff. The Glendorfs keep attacking. They'll kill my brother. Everyone.
Not if I have anything to say about it. dawn breaking. Every time's different.
It's a clever trick they have, but no need to see what you can sense. The last time I took it into me, they say I slept the sleep of death and...
All right. Try not to die.
A stalker, watching us, watched by us. In red eyes, I thought to see ourselves reflected, set with a purpose precise from their machine mother foundry. They will not flinch. They are indifferent to the wild. They are weapons, that's all. My heart drops. No, there's more. The axe does not remember.
It's hard to know what to make of you.
Then open my mouth and look inside. A cave of echoes and memory.
I mean, you're tough-skinned. I'll give you that. Especially...
I first drank at the spring of a fallen thunderjaw.
Trying to appeal to my pride?
No. To inevitability, Huntress. The tremor of their tread. Can you feel it?
So a thunderjaw next, huh? But of course. Need them soon enough. A fork. This must be when Hassan was supposed to check in.
What's that up there?
No room. You're 3 Tohuadiv, right? Vanasha sent me. What happened?
I got hornswoggled, that's what. Vanasha batted her lashes, wiggled her hips, and promised us treasure. Clear a path for the royals, she said. Sneak past the garrison and skewer a few watches. Hardly a bother. Little did we know there was a damned monstrosity lurking underground. When will I learn not to gawk at skinny girls?
Why do you think Vanasha swindled you?
My crew came to Sunfall because we heard the bounties were fat. It's my own damned fault for taking the bait.
So Vanasha needed safe passage for Nasadi and Idaman, but...
She made it sound so sweet and easy. Turns out, a lot. Like bloody murder and...
Something attacked you from underground.
Oh, you picked that up, did you? I wondered why the Shadow Kaja didn't pay attention to the pass. Well, it tunnels in the dirt, breaks through the earth, and blasts rocks from its... I barely escaped. My comrades weren't so lucky. I might shed a tear if...
Vanasha will be here soon with Nasadi and Idaman. I've got to destroy that thing in the pass before they arrive.
You're not too bright, are you? Well, we didn't last long against it, but I'll tell you what I know. It has armor everywhere, a little less at the rear. And when it goes underground, it will lose track of you if you're quiet. You might even be able to keep it from going under altogether if you hit its big crooked arms hard enough. That's all I can offer, friend. I promise to look solemn at your funeral before I hit the bar.
Who, me? ready?
By the radiant sun, I can't believe it. I thought that evil rock jewel would grind you up. After that miracle, all we can do is wait. Vanasha will be here soon, along with a boat that'll take the royals across the lake.
Ah, little huntress. Glad you accepted my invitation to play bodyguard. Where are your men, Huadiv? It looks like something chewed you up and spat you out.
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
The way is clear. Can we go?
I like how you always cut to the chase. In this case, literally. It won't be long before we're followed. Don't be afraid, Your Radiance. We've got excellent protection. Oh dear, here come the Shadow Carter, and they're very angry with me.
I'll hold them off.
Very noble of you, but when I start a fuss, I like to finish it. Not that your assistant isn't welcome. Huadiv, get Idaman and his mother to the shore. Carefully. So it comes to this. I must say, after 2 years under the heel of these zealots, I'm ready to extract a little blood. Traps would be nice. Shall we prepare a little surprise for them? Take cover up there, behind that rock. Here they are. Let's make it hurt, shall we? of the bastards. Get ready. Think we'll let them win? Well now, seems I worked up a bit of a sweat. I don't want to jinx it, but we might be in the clear. A bit late, aren't we, gentlemen?
Sorry, ma'am. The boat's waiting.
Damn, I spoke too soon.
This one's mine. Get to the boat.
You know, this time I think I might be out of my league. If anything happens to her, I will be very cross.
We're not going anywhere.
enough blood in this beast for Bren to set up camp inside it. There's a disturbing thought.
Not exactly a royal barge, is it? Oh well, defectors can't be choosers. Let's get aboard, shall we? You've done a good thing. Maybe even ended a war.
Maybe. But my war just keeps going.
My brother, welcome home. You have nothing to fear. You are now under the protection of the Sundom. My protection. As is your mother, she will not be harmed. You have my word, the law of the sun. Aloy, it seems I see your influence everywhere. You've done so much for the Sundom, and it will always be appreciated. You have my thanks. May you walk in the light.
Appalling. I spent 2 years in the Forbidden West setting this up, and the redhead gets all the credit?
I'm still getting paid, right?
You'll be lucky if I let you live. I couldn't have done this without you. When we meet again, I'll give you a proper thanks. I promise.
These aren't goods. They're necessities. Fine goods for a fair price.
These aren't goods, they're
Been
necessities.
here 3 times this week. Still can't. Find what I want.
Check out these wares. Sun King of Odd Spies. From the Shadow Karja. Now they have no claim on the throne. Only the finest goods here. See for yourself.
Find better wares.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise. And alert.
Damn it. Prince is safe at last. We can never repay you for what you've done.
I hope the ceasefire lasts.
We all have our place in the order.
The fear in the city is gone. That's something
massacre, if you can believe that. Hope I don't burn it.
Cry from those days.
We all have our place in the order of things.
I've sent a messenger to the claim to let everyone know.
I'm glad you're back. I'm at a loss about Ursa. To learn she lives, then lose that hope, seems cruel.
She wouldn't want us to waste time talking. She'd want us to find Dervahl. She'd tell him what you found in his papers.
A letter. It mentioned a shipment of Blaze being sent to a warehouse here. Only, it wasn't addressed to Dervahl. The name was Ayland Forgeman. Does that mean anything to you?
Sounds familiar. Yes, a landlord. Let me think. It's by the edge of the mesa, near the temple. If Dervahl used the name as an alias to buy it,
I'll round up my men.
I'll meet you there.
Erend, wait. Remember that no one hates Dervahl more than your own tribe.
Take him alive? So you can haggle over him? You can't be serious.
Our security depends on keeping the peace. If the opportunity presents itself, take him alive. Aloy, a moment, please. When we spoke, Erend didn't wish to dwell on the details of Ursa's death. But now that they've been left to my imagination, look, you were there. Did she suffer?
She's not the one who's suffering now. You are. She died before you could say goodbye.
Is it that obvious? You're right. I'm dwelling on my pain, not just hers. And there's only one thing left that can help. Find Dervahl and bring him before me. He will answer for his crimes.
I will. But once this threat to Meridian is dealt with, another one looms. We have to talk about the eclipse.
We will.
The scrapes.
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family,
thanks to you.
but I'm not choosy.
This is the place. You home, Dervahl? I got a surprise for you.
Or he has a surprise for us.
Is it a bomb?
It's a bomb, all right.
Doesn't look too big.
Well, craft big enough to kill us.
All right. I'll shut up. That's a lot of blaze.
If that bomb downstairs goes off, it'll be just what Dervahl promised. Smoke will darken the sun. As the city goes up in flames, there's gotta be a way to stop it. Blaze. It must be leaking from something upstairs. If I try to take it apart, a booby trap will set it off. If we can get rid of it somehow, the blast will be much smaller. If we can get rid of it somehow, the blast will be much smaller. It looks like a wooden bracket. Not very strong. Help me push this out.
Okay. Brute force, I'm good at that. What'll it do?
Save the city, I hope. But when the blaze falls, run for it. Because the booby trap on the bomb downstairs is gonna get set off.
Will we survive?
Probably not. Now push.
We did it! Dervahl's best shot, and Meridian's still standing.
This isn't over. Dervahl said he'd make a VOD watch.
No way. To do that, he'd have to get into the palace, and that's too heavily guarded.
Get back there, just to be sure. I'm gonna look around. Maybe Dervahl's men left something behind when they planted that bomb.
I got it. Don't worry. If he tries for the palace, he's finished.
Boot tracks, with just a bit of blaze in them.
Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity?
Shut up a bucket line!
What happened?
I haven't heard a blast like that since the liberation.
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
There's smoke rising from the edge of the mesa.
Are we under attack? The tracks lead inside. Another one of Dervahl's hideouts. This must be where Dervahl assembled the detonator. He tunneled through the wall. Dervahl did find a way into the palace.
Wish I could be there to...
I've been seen.
Look at you, Avad.
the wriggling runt of a maniac king. You robbed me of my right to kill your father, so I'll have to settle for you. I'm going to enjoy watching the Karja burn, even more because you'll be watching with me. Say goodbye to Meridian, Avad. Breathe in the stench, and choke on the ashes. Something's wrong. It didn't... I didn't hear anything.
There's a bit of smoke rising from the mesa's edge.
No! It should be a firestorm, not some belch from a charcoal burner!
Save this for later.
What's this? Oh. You must be the Nora who bushwhacked my camp.
And disabled your bomb.
Did you now? Well, bomb or no bomb, I'm gonna splatter that throne with blood. First yours, then Avad's.
I see something.
I led an army. Killed kestrels and ravaged. Nothing. Forget Witch. Why does Avad always have his ladies do the fighting? You'll have to do better than that.
Got all I need to finish you off.
It's not over yet, Nora. Any good Oseram tinker will tell you. Always have a third plan.
They saw me.
I hope you like fighting these things, because there's more on the way! Never do the work and get a machine to do it for you!
can't spare the weight.
As much as I wish Ursa was here to kill you, I don't mind doing it for her.
Go ahead. I'm not afraid. Except that knowing you, Aaron, you'll screw it up!
I know what you are afraid of. Going back to Mainspring in chains. Every clan in the claim wants you dead. And they know how to make it hurt. They'll even bid for the privilege.
It's just like you to get someone else to do your killing.
Shut up! You're at the Sun King's mercy now. Aloy. He would have killed Dervahl on the spot. I know it. That's why. But she also told me to grow up. And I guess growing up means...
You're asking me?
Yeah, but I don't act like it, do I?
You did with Dervahl.
Don't give me too much credit. Part of me still...
Yeah, but you won't. Because...
Come on, stop. You're gonna make me tear up.
So, after all this...
Heading back to the claim for a while. I'll get it like how she would have wanted. And by that I mean...
What do you think the Oseram will do?
First off, they'll argue about it for a long time. But whatever they come up with, I can live with that. In fact, I might just drop by his cell under the sun ring to remind him...
Well...
I know, you gotta go. Killers to track, machines to master. You know what? When we met, I thought I was a big shot talking to a pretty... Now I see that I was just lucky to get a minute. Try not to forget about me while you're out.
I hate to tell you this after everything you've been through. Helis and his fanatics are coming for Meridian.
No rest for the weary, huh?
What did you want to talk about?
You were an Outlander, no? Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come across a very special... Other blossoms grow around them in amazing patterns. If you bring me some, I have valuables.
You said you were an adventurer.
Just so. The nobles of Meridian... I made my name by searching the wilds for the wildest blossoms.
So what happened?
Love happened, my sweet. My param...
Is it worth it?
Of course. Freedom is sweet. But the embrace of...
These metal flowers...
No one knows. But some say they began sprouting 20 years ago when... Perhaps they grow from the tears of the sun. Wrathful one day, cool and patient the next. Ah, let us haggle over this I am always happy to trade... till we meet again. I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
Productive days and quiet nights.
We've lived under the same sun all this time.
Come to cloak, Nora. Well, as you can see, busy. I get it. You want to rub it in? Well, it's not working.
Always stay bright. Always stay bright. That's what I say.
Never would have guessed a savage girl would figure out how to tame machines.
A moment of your time, Outlander?
Aloy, to say you have my gratitude feels... And because of you, there will be justice for Ursa's murder. It's hard to imagine where we'd be without you.
Avad, stop. There's...
I know, but please, just listen for a moment.
What?
Well, to start with, you kept the city from going up in flames. I could use someone like you at my side.
It might be worth taking a moment to examine what you just said. You just lost Ursa, a woman who stood at your side and could easily be described as strong, shrewd, and capable. It's pretty clear how you felt about her. And now you're asking me to take her place. Is this a job offer or a proposition?
By the sun, you do indeed share much with Ursa. Including a withering eye for foolishness. Please, accept my apologies. Seems I'm getting ahead of myself. But you had something urgent to discuss?
What exactly will happen?
For now, he'll languish in one of the... As for what happens after we negotiate his extradition to Mainspring, my father was very creative when it came to inflicting suffering. What a waste. Dervahl is a brilliant man. I wonder what he...
Were you and Ursa...
I suppose it's obvious how I feel. But we couldn't be together. Relations between the union of the Sun King and an Oseram warrior would have led to open revolt in the city.
Did anyone know?
Only one. Dervahl. He wanted Ursa, but she rejected him.
Helis is preparing to attack Meridian. It could come at any time.
By the sun. Wait a moment. I want Murad to hear this.
Aloy, the Sun King tells me that you bring grave news.
Please, tell us what you know.
The Eclipse will attack soon, from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. It will send out a call, waking more ancient machines. More than we could ever defeat. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't...
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy. Allow me to... apologize. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death,
Then you have it. As long as you do.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are on. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the, irregular. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation. Well, you're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the spire. Aaron...
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal order. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at evening sign. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere... Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you.
Out of the streets. The enemy is here. They see the Carja in...
Now they have no...
The Sun King... Too much Oseram influence.
King Avad sent spies to free Prince Itaman from the clutches of the Shadow Carja.
Just another mark on the cutter.
You're trash now.
So I can override snap mods now. Right. Easy. I'll tuck that away. Saving these for the trail. Never know when I might need these. Red light means trouble. Keep that for later. These are helpful. Bitter, though. That's it. I'm already gone.
At least we had our Sun King to guide us.
Are you Galeev, the healer?
I had planned to spend the day gazing at the lands of my ex, but you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
No, I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer it. My resources are already spread thin. Thin as the soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
Why won't you help?
Look at it from my perspective. What meager goods the behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demand. What's left, that's for the nobles, who can pay...
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I think we're calling to each other across an...
What's stopping me from just making you do it?
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow.
Well, we've only just met, but yes, it's tempting.
And take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my punishment.
You're kind of an ass, healer.
There's no cure for a conscience. And yet, if you feel so strongly about this one girl...
That's not how charity works.
It is how deals work.
I already have the part.
Wow, we could already have a deal. Quickly now, let's salve your poor conscience.
See to the girl, and it's yours. Not before.
Oh, please. On my oath, this girl... You and I shouldn't be seen together. Go on to the slums ahead of me. I'll find you presently. You do stand out in a crowd.